So after breaking down the Thor teaser, I realized we need to go back and talk about the first Doomsday teaser, the one that started all of this, because there's some massive stuff in here that changes how we should be looking at the entire film. The teaser opens on Steve and Peggy's house from the end of Endgame. We watch Steve pull up on a motorcycle, take off his helmet, and walk inside. Once inside, he's holding his Endgame costume, just staring at it, the weight on his face. Then the camera pulls back. Steve's holding a baby, his child. The screen goes black. Text appears. Steve Rogers will return in Avengers Doomsday. Then a countdown starts. So what does this tell us? Marvel's making a deliberate choice with how they're marketing this film. They're positioning Doomsday as a direct sequel to Endgame, not a continuation of the post-Endgame MCU. And honestly, that feels like an admission. The stuff after Endgame didn't land, so Marvel's going back to what worked. Because look at the pattern. This first teaser centers on Steve, who became a father. The second teaser is all Thor, who adopted love. And the fourth teaser will likely focus on Doom, Robert Downey Jr.'s version, who lost his child. Marvel's putting the original big three back at the center. They're the pillars of this film. But there's something specific in this teaser that matters. The text doesn't say Captain America will return. It says Steve Rogers will return. That's intentional. Remember Guardians 3? The ending said the legendary Star-Lord will return, his title. But here, Marvel's using Steve's actual name, not Captain America. Steve's coming back, but maybe not as Captain America anymore, just as himself. So where is Steve right now? There's a theory that makes sense. Steve's living in a branch timeline off the main 616 universe, kind of like Sylvie at the start of Loki Season 2. Because think about it, Steve was supposed to return the stones and Mjolnir to their original timelines, but those branches either got pruned by the TVA or they created massive incursions. His presence there alone caused problems. And having a baby with Peggy? We're not even going to talk about what that does to the timeline. But here's the thing. If Marvel's really saying the post-Endgame era failed, then what about Captain America 4? That's literally a post-Endgame movie with Sam as Cap. It doesn't make sense. Unless there's something deeper happening here. What if the old Steve we saw at the end of Endgame already lived through the multiverse war? What if that entire ending is a loop? Steve needed to make sure Sam became Captain America because Sam has a major role to play in Secret Wars. The old Steve who hands over the shield already knows how this ends. He's already seen it. And the shield he gives Sam might not even be from the main timeline. It could be from a variant timeline in Secret Wars, a future that's already happened for him. We know scenes were filmed with Peggy, Steve, and Doom. Also Peggy, Steve, and Loki. And here's where the theory gets wild. What if Loki and Doom are each assembling their own teams to fight each other? Mirror teams. Variants of the same heroes from different realities. Loki recruits the good versions, the heroes, the right Steve Rogers. All the best variants. Doom does the opposite. He's building Dark Avengers from twisted timelines. Hydra Steve. Evil versions of everyone. The same faces on both sides. Hero versus villain versions of themselves. That's the real war.